Paul, now as a camera person, I get a little bit frustrated with trying to get the best images out of these products. Are there ones that are better than others?
There are. Obviously, sensor specification pretty much designates the performance of the unit. So you've got the smaller units that have got a 384 by 288 sensor, and then you have the better specification units that have a 640 by 512 sensor or a 640 by 480 sensor. So this is the size of the sensor, high resolution. Think back to the days when we all had standard definition televisions. It was a 4 by 3 square TV, and then you went to 16 by 9, much higher resolution, high definition. That's kind of the jump with thermal. Although we're not quite at high definition thermal yet, the difference between a 384 sensor and a 640 sensor is pretty big. So in terms of filming, my choice would be the Pulsar Helium 2 Pro, 640 480 sensor, sub 25 millikelvin. It's really sharp, really crisp, and you'll get really good definition from it. We, as well as for hunting market, we sell a lot of thermal imaging for TV crews. BBC have used them. We have a guy who filmed a documentary called The Last Tigers in Scotland about the Scottish wildcats. They used thermal imaging, and initially they used them just to find the wildcats were there, but they actually found the definition they were getting from that so good they could actually use it for broadcast. You can actually watch this on Netflix broadcasting about the Last Tigers in Scotland. So in terms of detail, yeah, Pulsar Helium Pro. We also have the Accolade Pro, which, David, you'll notice there's one lens here, two eyepieces here. A lot more comfortable to use. It feels like a traditional pair of bins out in the out stocking. This is the same sensor as the Pulsar Helium Pro. The lens isn't quite as good. This is an f1 lens. It's a bit sharper, a bit faster, clearer lens. This is still the pinnacle in terms of thermal imaging. So again, really good quality sensor from that one. We do HIC. HIC have just launched this. This is the new HIC Micro Griffin Pro, which is the same as the older Griffin, but you'll see it's in a nice new black body shell. It has a 645 12 micron sensor, so the highest specification sensor pretty much we have here, with a new 50mm lens. Again, this is really good quality. You've got a couple of neat tricks in this as well, which wildlife people are liking. There's an optical camera as well, so as you film me just now with an optical camera, you'll see a digital image, so you can actually use it for night vision as well as thermal image, and you can use it for a thermal overlay called Fusion, which kind of overlays a digital image over the top of the thermal image. Not much applications for hunting there, but certainly for wildlife watching and for wildlife camera work, you'll be able to use it as a night vision camera as well as thermal, so that's a really good quality image as well. Infrared, probably our best selling product from Infrared is the Infrared Finder. Again, 640 512 12 micron, smaller lens, 35mm lens here, really good quality image from it, nice and compact as well. So again, deer stalkers using it for stalking, you'll be able to define species with deer, but certainly for wildlife observation. Mike Roberts, you might know, is a wildlife photographer. He uses something like this for filming wildlife, and he's got some fantastic deer footage that he's been filming for his wildlife business.
Now, we were talking about the HIC before, because I had a slight issue with the eyepiece. Now you're telling me that's now changed, yes?
Yep, so they've got a different eyepiece. So you'll have, this eyepiece isn't great for me either, particularly if you're wearing glasses, but they have a new redesigned eyepiece with an eye cup as well, which not only shuts the light out from light spill around if you're foxing, but much more comfortable. And I had the same issue with you. You couldn't quite get it sharp enough because you didn't feel your eye was quite right. Now a lot better, so that's definitely been improved. And that's the new one with a new sensor inside with a bigger lens. That's damn good. I've just been filming with that recently, and it's really, really good.
Okay, can you just give me a sort of basic price points of these products, please, Paul?
Yep, so you're looking at the Infrared Finder FX35R around the 2,600. You've got the Griffin here, 2,600, and then you've got the Helium 3,400, and the Accolade is 4,600. If you wanted me to choose which one I was to choose between them, it'd be tough between these two, but I think I'd go Helium Pro. I just think in terms of the sensitivity, it's got a sub 25 millikelvin sensor, so if you look at a fox against a background, a lot of the cheaper thermals, the kind of background and the fox merge a little bit and you can't quite see the distinction. This looks like it's on fire. It really does give us a great image. So for wildlife observation, for filming, that would be my choice.
And one last tip. What palette do you use? There's so many different options.
God, everybody asks about colour palettes and what's the best colour palette. I use two colour palettes. I use in this one there's it's like a purpley yellow colour. I use that for scanning. So if I'm out having a look around, I'll scan, find what I'm looking for. I'll immediately switch to black and white or white on black, and that gives you the best definition. So white hot, really good for filming, seeing detail. Black's really good for picking out things. So if you've got a load of rabbits in a field and there's a stone in the field, the black hot will distinguish a bit better. So my best palette, definitely white hot.